Thunderstorm!
Okay, so this is turning out to be a much longer trial than I initially expected. We just set our sights on a new suspect. We are now suspecting Mondo for the murder of Chihiro Fujisaki, who we just found out is a dude apparently. So let's get to the bottom of that.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? For the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize he left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. When it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but
Yeah, neither do I.
I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Fuck, what could it be? Oh man, there are 3 truth bullets that I could use. There's gotta be some truth bullet that we can hit that statement with to get him to check his handbook. Okay, truth bullets. Okay, broken e-handbook. Okay, let's look at the backlog. This is a very tricky situation indeed. Let's take another look at the truth bullets. Okay, so I think the other 2 were Chihiro's handbook and the e-reader. Oh, the card reader. Well, maybe missing that statement was a blessing in disguise. Yeah, I can only fuck up 3 times. Well, twice. The third guess has to be correct or I'll fucking die. Oh, got it right on the first try, though.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook should never have broken.
That's right. The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it. So then the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes? But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited? Well, here's how I look at it. There's a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. Kind of a gray area, I admit, but no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear. We'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Alright, let's make our closing argument. Alright, so let's see how it started. Chihiro was looking through the storage room. Celeste spotted her. She was picking out a tracksuit. Yeah, I guess the bag was in there. Yeah, Celeste spotted the bag, but Chihiro quickly hid it and then ran off. And later in the locker room, Chihiro met up with her workout buddy, or his workout buddy. I don't know, this game's getting weird about Chihiro's pronouns. I don't fucking know. Okay, so what I'm gonna guess is that Chihiro scanned the card, went on in, there was Mondo. As Chihiro was putting away the duffel bag, I guess the killer closed the door? Oh no. Killer picked up the dumbbell and smack! Blood got all over the poster. And the murder weapon was left behind. Killer picked up the body. Took it to the girls' locker room. Scanned the card. Changed the poster. And then just left Chihiro's body in the girls' locker room. Later to be discovered by Byakuya, who had the genius idea of getting himself and the rest of the school executed. Oh wait, I think I used the wrong... Meh. Grabbed the extension cord, strung up Chihiro's body, started writing shit on the walls. And what happened later? Yeah, Mondo went to the sauna. Yeah, I think this was it. Threw that shit into the furnace, and then shut the door. Let's check it out.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way into the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I had to rearrange the events of the case.
Alright, I think there's a way. Something everyone has that you need to get into the locker rooms. Yeah, the e-handbook. So what's wrong with that? Oh, I see. Okay. Alright. Yeah, right.
Fucking idiot!
Okay. The weapon the killer used was that. Murder took place, some blood splattered onto something. What was it? Okay, I got that one right. I'm pretty sure of it. To disguise the truth, the killer switched around the carpet as well as something else. Which locker room did the killer move to? I don't see an icon for the... Oh, yes. Wait. Oh, wow, I did not even see that icon. Oh, yeah, I totally put the wrong one there. Okay. Do that. The killer took something from the other locker room and switched it at the scene of the crime. No, before I look at the rest of that, then, I probably got it right. Let's continue.
Simple, because she was actually a he. Which is why she was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
Tears in a bucket? Motherfuck it.
Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. Seems likely that the killer grabbed a nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro.
Damn, the sound effect was crunch. That just sounds painful.
And attacked him.
Plip.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act, first pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. The girls' handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. This alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks have been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they'd brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. And then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. Around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Really? Okay, well I got half a heart left, so I'm gonna have to figure this one out real good. The handbook got thrown into the locker room, or the sauna. What happened to it? Let's see, where's the burst into flames? Is that it? There's no icon for anything bursting into flames. Alright, I guess this'll just have to do. Hopefully it's right. Hope I don't die.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Say it ain't so, Mondo.
Wait. No, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear.
Really? What more could there be to bullet time battles? During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate, and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. Alright, look. Say that again. So you can push the right mouse button, the left mouse button, however you want, and destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got to access special time, right? So we've also prepared something called Nega Time that your opponent can use. I hope I don't get demonetized for that statement. If your opponent activates Nega Time during the bullet time battle, then your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons and rhythm. If you were to activate Fever Time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. As you can see, this is a PlayStation Black Disc. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use Nega Time. Well then. Alright. This is the, Oh, cool! I start the bullet time battle with full. Oh no, wait, no, I don't. I'm looking at Taka's life bar.
My thinking so far is right. Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we could just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him. Damn. I thought Mondo would be a lot less calm about this.
Bro, what are you saying? I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I just gotta give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. As for the goddamn verdict...
Roger that.
Wait, hold on.
No waiting. No holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank. Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice, or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
But why? Why, Mondo? Why would you do that?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada! In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Well, looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. That's a little fourth wall breakage for you. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out.
Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy.
But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
I'm weak. Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept that fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fade, would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet... Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
Now's my chance. Now's my chance to be a big shot. I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better.
With that thought in the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action, and so... That day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be a good he thought it'd be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to,
It was me.
Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will give me some courage.
So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong.
Why does it say Chihiro's saying that?
That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro.
Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
That could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro.
But how does moving the body keep his secret?
Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see?
Then Mondo did all that to keep the secret to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed?
Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know. So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of waiving your embarrassing memories and the possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed. That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible. How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlum and riffraffs across the country tremble, but the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him because of Daya that it was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, he'd grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy.
That sounds gross, peaches and gravy.
But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All that'd do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers from other members of the gang, which is why...
I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win. I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top.
On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words.
My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry.
Of course, he knew it was his older brother's fault, but Daya never blamed... Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened.
Hey, kid. The rest is up to you, no matter what. You gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause the team you and me put together, it's a promise between men.
He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. As a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. And that became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong.
And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why I...
Mondo.
After I saw what Monokuma had on me,
My head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro had asked me to start working out with him. Right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because, I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you'd...
You're right, but I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I will destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. Felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I want to not be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
So what? You're saying I should just say it? You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It's the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him, and that jealousy broke me. Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why'd you have to tell me all that? You trying to rub my failure in my face?
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you. And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand. I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey. I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I could never take back.
Mondo, he was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his and turned him cold-blooded. God damn it.
Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't.
You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you. Say that to my face, fucker, not online, and see what happens.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. It's what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now, 'cause the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing?
You mean execution?
And that's what I promised you, right? The Blacken that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment for Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker gang leader.
Is he gonna be drawn and quartered with motorcycles, full throttle style?
No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Then wait. Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made from one man to another. Oh. Is it a game show? Like your biker outfit, Monokuma. Oh shit, what is going on here? Whatever is about to happen, it's gonna be nuts. The cage of death. This is pretty mundane so far in terms of the past two executions I just went. Why does he have a hula hoop? Okay, the cage is gonna explode. I'm calling it now. Oh shit. Bike went so fast he traveled through time. Is that a goddamn... They turned him into fucking... What the fuck? What the fuck, man? Laugh at death, and your soul will be forever at peace. Oh. Oh, wow. He was introduced hilariously, and he went out hilariously. I need a minute. Whew. I'm actually getting a little teary-eyed right now. It can't be. My brother.
Another murder. Another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen.
It played the same clip twice.
As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But of course he had to.
What a disappointment. Is this the end of the game? No, it's only the second chapter, man.
Byakuya.
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death. I don't have anything to say to you, but I have a response. I don't have a response except that I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting.
His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone.
Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual. So you ignored the nighttime rule. So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it. Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which was when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up.
You did all that to liven things up?
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene. But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right?
Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point.
I mean, would anyone have believed you at that point, my dude?
Of course.
Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me.
Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
What?
So that was your reason?
Are you satisfied?
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on. There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
Oh, I'm up next?
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why?
Do you like them? But, you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
You're over-exaggerating.
I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope into despair.
What do you mean?
Mean? Mean? Mean. Mean. Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every stupid little thing.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor. Then everything will be revealed to me.
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand? In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap.
Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell more than a future... It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Only Tupac. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best and make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Gah! My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said I could ask it. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. Nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they are to their friends.
Whew. Yeah, speaking of roller coasters, that was that was quite an emotional one. We are now down to 10 voices. I mean, students. Shine on you, Crazy Diamond. I had to lie down. I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon, it's impossible. Can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to... Donuts. I need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up. Glazed donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled donut holes, malasadas. Oh, God of donuts, I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule. But right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary. Huh? What's that sound? Sounds like it's coming from the bathhouse. I'm super scared, but... Is someone there? What the hell? A next generation legend. Stand tall, galactic hero.
The morning after the conclusion of the second-class trial, everyone met up in the dining hall, just like always. So I expected it to start like any other day. That's what I expected, but...
Today's count kinda sucks, huh? Toko and Byakuya still refuse to show up. And I haven't seen Miss Asahina anywhere. She said her stomach was hurting, so she's taking it easy in her room for today. That is rather unusual for her. Normally she's so full of energy. Which is exactly what makes me worry. So it's just the 7 of us then.
Looks that way.
It's times like this where the committee chairman just needs to get going with a bang. Or not.
Taka hasn't said a word since everything that happened yesterday. One look at his face shows me he hasn't slept a wink last night. Must be because of Mondo. Two of them became so close, and he finds out Mondo killed Chihiro. And having to watch Mondo get punished. Nothing he could do about it. Can't even imagine what that must have done to him.
So, I mean, what's gonna happen now? We haven't found any way out, and we have no idea if help's ever gonna come. Now I'm all depressed just thinking about it. We simply have to make the best of things, do our best to get along and live here together in peace. Forget about the outside world and accept this new life. That is the only hope we have now.
What? To live here forever?
Here we have every convenience. We have food, clothes. Our every need is seen to. Why are you dissatisfied? In fact, let me ask you this. What is it about the outside world that you long for? Competition, discrimination, victimization, and violence? As society grows, so does its perversion. In which case, our current situation not... Demon angel, pretty pudgy princess. Meggy, the drill shop owner, the bunny-eared Amazon, Catgirl, Dogboy, Robo-Justice, the Galactic King, and what I mean is, there's no 2D here. The mastermind puts such base desire to their advantage, bending you to their will.
Okay, well, anyway, since Tako's like catatonic, as the oldest one here, I'm officially stepping up to take the lead. So, We're all gonna work together and spend the rest of the day searching the school.
Searching?
Well, I mean, since the class trial's over at all, there should be new places for us to investigate. Yeah, that's the ticket. Maybe we'll find some kind of clue this time. And once we're done eating, let's split up and begin looking around. Do you have any problem with that, Celeste?
There may well be a discovery waiting for us which may further enrich our life here. No, the point is to look for clues.
Just as we were starting to come together, she barged in and ruined the conversation.
You called for me, and so I appear. Genocide! Nobody called for you.
What the... How come it's Genocide Jill and not Toko?
God, this place is just amazing. Finally, a place I can just be my murderous self. Which is why I've decided to stop holding back and spread my wings. No more hiding in a cave for me. Plus, I have another battle to fight. The whole killer with a split personality thing is so overdone. I can destroy that stereotype. I'll fight all day and I'll fight all day and all night to murder those totally slanderous cliches.
But you are a killer with a split personality.
If she weren't here, then my chances of survival would go up at least 10%. Come on, you gotta back me up here. Even the biggest stars need a little people to hold them up.
Well, whatever else we do today, first we should eat. We can't do anything on an empty stomach.
You're right. Let's hurry up and eat so we can start our investigation. So we were forced to eat breakfast with a murderer, and after our much-needed but very annoying meal, we set to work looking around the school.
Okay, that went on way longer than I had hoped. I just recorded like 4 episodes in a row, but yeah, I think it's time to end this sesh. Give my voice a little rest. If you enjoyed this video, then no further action is required on your part. If you have suggestions on what else you'd like to see me play, let me know in the comments. You know, probably not gonna get to it right away, cause yeah, just listen to my voice right now. This is just my natural voice. I am hoarse.
Now it's back to be a big